Week 7 of my summer shred. I'm finally home all week, diving into routines, solid meals, solid workouts, feeling so good. The second to last week, let's get into it. Good morning, happy Monday. We made it back. I am exhausted. I just took a 2-hour nap. We got up at 4:30 and had an early morning flight back here. It was direct, thank goodness. But by the time we get to the Uber spot, make it back to the apartment, whatever, I laid down, slept for an hour, got up. I was like, okay, I'll get up now. Yeah, it's okay. Fell back asleep. Just couldn't even handle it, couldn't even stay awake. I'm finally up. I'm gonna go work out. I'm just doing cardio today. I'm so off and just tired and need to catch up a bit before I can hit a kick-ass lift. So we're starting our split tomorrow, doing some cardio today. I'm gonna go get dressed, crack open an energy drink actually, which is so crazy for me. And then let's hit the cardio and then go pick up Duncan. It stormed here all morning, so we were delayed just 15 minutes, which isn't that big of a deal, but I was nervous if we were going to be able to actually land in time, because literally on our way to Milwaukee, we got stuck in the air because of the rain, but all was good. All was great. However, it's so freaking humid in here. I have a little dehumidifier that I run and I leave in the living room, and it was so full when we got back, so I emptied it right away, but it just feels so sticky. I already feel dirty and gross, and then it makes me feel grosser and sweatier, and so I guess, going to do some cardio is a perfect timing right now, because I already feel icky. I might as well go sweat it out some more. I picked this up last vlog, if you remember. It is Alani Dream Float. It's not a new flavor, but I just love this type of flavor. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's an orange creamsicle situation. Pretty good. So much freaking better. Let's get back to it, because what do you do after you're away? Whether it's a week, a weekend, whatever. You return home and you just get back to it. I'm gonna shower, absolutely wash his hair, then go pick up the dunk. I did a lot of reset type things today, as you can imagine, right? But I literally filmed a bunch of that 2 videos ago, so I didn't want to film the exact same thing again. I walked dunks, kept up with the movement, and then I had some of that chicken salad that I made last week. I put it in the freezer and just took it out earlier today. So that was nice, just to get in some decent food. And then I'll have to make a plan for the rest of the week, hit up the grocery store at some point, all of that. I'm really just looking forward to catching up on my sleep tonight, eating good food this week, and getting in some great lifts. Last week I had great lifts, but this week I'm fully here. No leaving. I'm really excited to just be in a normal spot. Feels like it's been a while. And I think it'll really help me, and I'll just feel really good by the end of this week. Keep watching, because I'm excited. And I would imagine that how I feel now versus how I feel literally even by Friday is gonna be a big difference. And I don't feel bad now, but early morning flights really just mess me up, because you don't sleep much before, your hunger hormones are all out of whack. Sometimes you're on and off sleeping on the plane. You're also just going up in the air, which kind of messes with your body. It's just you just feel all sorts of off. So tomorrow is essentially kind of actual Monday for me. But that'll be good. I'm really excited to hit the gym. I've been feeling really motivated and inspired with weightlifting lately, which I love. So I will see you in the morning. It is 11 o'clock. I've gotten 3.5 hours of editing done, which is so good, and I'm really happy about it, but I really need to eat and get to the gym. And I have no food, and I could not be bothered to make eggs right now, because I do have eggs, but I'm I just want to get to the gym. I really don't feel like cooking. So we're gonna have a string cheese, a cheddar rice cake, and a scoop of this protein powder, which is technically half a serving, but I'm I just need a little bit more fullness in my body right now, and I could not be bothered to make food. I really just want to get to the gym, and I'll figure out what is on the menu soon enough. I also want to get to the gym before it's close to lunchtime, because if people go to the gym on their break, then I don't really want to film, and I do have to be thinking about those things. Can't forget the creatine. I did kind of fall off of this because the past 3 weeks have been a bit crazy, so I would like to hop back on I really like the kind I use. I just buy it from Amazon. I'll link it if you're interested, but it's the HCL brand, so there's more absorption and it's easier on the stomach, which is great. Because sometimes creatine monohydrate can just make you feel a little funky in your stomach. I'm very excited for this workout and just like feeling really good and ready to push it. However, I think it's gonna be quite hard because I'm doing B stance hip thrusts. So it's almost like single leg-ish, still with the barbell and everything, but one of your feet is kind of out, so it's more concentrated on one leg. You'll see. I've done them before and they're challenging. So I'm definitely gonna go significantly lighter because I'm essentially doing it one-legged. So obviously I can't keep up the weight as like a normal hip thrust for me. So I'll have to see where I am with this exercise because I haven't done single leg / B stance, whatever, in a long time. It's gonna burn real bad, real hard. So hopefully also that the Smith machine is open so I can start with it, because if it's not my first exercise, it's gonna be significantly harder. Okay, let's go to the gym. I'm alone and I am so happy to be here right now. Genuinely. Normally when I set up for hip thrusts, I turn this sideways and then I put plates on the ground for my feet to go because I'm short, so like I need that extra leverage. But I realized this bench can decline ever so slightly, like just a teeny bit. And I just tried it out and I think it'll be a good size for me. Because when you're doing hip thrusts, you want the bench to hit like under your shoulder blades. And the regular height of the bench is too high for me. So that's why I was adding the plates to elevate my feet to like better the ratio. But I'm pretty sure if I try it this way, where it's down just a tiny bit, it should be good. I was literally on TikTok looking up like short girl hacks for different lifting settings and whatever for benches and all of that, just to see if I could like do something better than I'm doing now or like than I regularly do. So we'll try this out. I just normally like when the bench is long ways too, because it feels almost like better when you have more room versus like obviously the end, there's only like a certain amount of width, but I think it should be okay. I also think the bench is less likely to slide, and I used to put plates behind it so that when I would push against it, it wouldn't slide. I don't know. If you relate, you relate. You do have to adjust things according to your body proportions sometimes, whether you're short, tall, whatever. And I am 5'1", so on a good day. That's me rounding up, actually. I always tell everyone I'm 5'1", but in reality, like, I'm not. So you just caught me. I've been lying about my height all of these years, by about 1/4 of an inch. Liar. Fraud. Cancel me. Let's be real, though. Men lie about their height all the time. So I'm just being one of the guys by giving myself an extra 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, those are spicy. This setup actually feels so much better from like the get up all the way through. This is really good for me. Great revelation. So much energy during that workout. It really felt so good. I'm dripping sweat. I'm just feeling everything so well. Now let's go get in some steps. I have had such a productive day in terms of computer work, and I'm really happy about it. I had a latte, which honestly wasn't very good. I feel like I need to work on my grind size to my espresso. I don't know, espresso is so complicated, and I'm trying to learn more and more about it, and it is so fun to have an espresso machine and like actually do the full thing, but I'm still learning. I've had it since December, and I still feel like I have no idea what's going on, but that's okay. It's all part of the journey. But I've had like no appetite all day because I ate my breakfast essentially when it was like lunchtime. I had a little protein bar earlier I brought from home. I didn't even show you that. So I had like 10 grams of protein earlier, and I'm finally getting hungry. It's like 4:15, so it's like early dinner. I'll probably have to have more protein powder later to kind of catch up in the protein area a little bit. I am gonna log all my food really quick to see where I am, but I'm gonna have a massive chicken salad wrap, and that's what's going on. We'll walk dunk soon. It's just been good. Things have been good. I'm feeling really good in my body. My legs are starting to get a little tired. Not like sore, but a little tired. Feeling like, yeah, you worked today. And I'm just so happy about my workout. Like, this week is gonna be such a good week of lifting. Nothing's better. Okay, let's eat. All right, let's feast. We got the tortilla, a bunch of chicken salad, like a bunch. Added extra celery since we had it, and a little Parmesan cheese. I'm so happy I have access to a treadmill because I was on my butt at my desk for so many hours today that my steps are so low, and they're not genuinely like ever this low this late in the day, even with walking Dunkin' twice, even with walking after my lift. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hop on over the treadmill, put on a YouTube video, take a break from the computer, and just walk it out, move more. And I always feel a million times better after doing so. I really need this movement right now. And it really is crazy how like an extra mile, an extra 2 miles of just walking can change my brain and my body entirely for the rest of the day. It's crazy and so easy to just go do it. And by change my body, I don't mean looks. Obviously, it doesn't change it in one day. I mean just how it feels in general. Like things digest better. I'm probably drinking more water if I'm walking more. Like I just feel all around better. Good morning. I bet you can probably guess the first 3 things I'm about to do. Let me just pull up my app really quick. App, hop on my body pod. Looks like my weight's down. Crazy. Second thing, water. And third thing, coffee. I mean, technically the very first thing I do when I get up is take Dunkin' out, but I never really film that. So then I come back and immediately do these 3 things. This coffee pot you can time and like brew whatever time you want, but I usually just hit the brew now button when I wake up and before I take Dunkin' out, and then when I come back, it's all ready for me. Now I'm gonna go edit for a little bit, and I'll see you when it's time to either eat or go to the gym. Probably eat. I guess I have to eat first. See you in a few. We did like a small little Walmart delivery this morning. I want to go to the actual grocery store. I'm going to go to H-E-B. So I only added a few things. I got egg whites, fat-free cheddar, and then Keith grabbed some cottage cheese. I also think I want to get more cottage cheese when I go to H-E-B, but I'm going to use some of this right now that he got for a recipe on a Sola bagel because I need some food before I go lift. I'm just doing half a bagel because I don't want too much food before I lift or I will feel a little funky. Some cottage cheese, and we are gonna do the everything bagel seasoning. I feel like I haven't used this in forever. You know what I was thinking? I kind of want to make the Greek yogurt bagels. It's been a hot minute since I've made those. I think I want to make them soon. Day 2 back on the creatine. All right, today is shoulders, chest, and triceps, which is normally Tuesday for me, and it's Wednesday. So my week feels a day off, which is fine. We do what we can. We make the schedule how it's gonna benefit us, but I'm just like, wow, how is it Wednesday? My glutes are definitely a little bit sore today. Same with my like inner thighs, just a touch, but manageable, nothing alarming. Still feeling pretty good and ready to hit a great upper body day. Pretty sure I'm starting with like regular seated shoulder presses, and I'm so excited for those. Chest and tricep exercises have been significantly challenging for me lately. I don't know why, like they just feel so hard these days. Of course, I'm trying to go up in weight whenever possible, but I just feel like those muscle groups, I get exhausted so quick lately. Next, I have this, I don't know what it's called, like pyramid something or other. I do 5, 8, 10, and then 10, 8, 5 reps for lateral raises, so I'll probably changing the weight too. No rest in between. I did the increase in reps, decrease in weight. Now I rest, like a regular rest, and then I decrease. Bring it back. Lunchtime, I am much hungrier today than yesterday, which is great. Chicken salad, extra celery, Parmesan cheese, one of those tortillas I bought recently, and apples. My latte was much better today, which is very exciting, but I've just been getting work done, which is great. I wanted to chat though, because I was thinking about something during my workout today. I have been losing fat, which is great, right? Like that's kind of what this current little phase is about, right? But I'm a little afraid for my strength, and I'm not like losing muscle mass like pound and pound by the pound, right? But I feel like, well, okay, part of me is like, I do need to give myself grace because literally the past 3 weeks have not been normal for me, and being out of routine for 3 weeks, yeah, it takes a while to actually like lose a significant amount of muscle, but I just never feel as good compared to when I'm like super, super consistent, of course. I think that's like the name of the game. What game? I don't know. But like that actually makes sense. But something I really need to focus on, I think more that I haven't been doing, is my nutrition and specifically my protein intake. My protein has been pretty low the past few weeks. And when I say low, I mean like, I don't know, like still close to 100 grams. Like not like seriously low, like it's not like I'm getting 30 grams a day, but lower than I want. And in order to maintain muscle mass, not even just grow, but maintain, you need to be consuming your protein. And my calories have been okay. I've been aiming for fiber. I've been doing fruits and veggies. Like in that sense, I've been good, but I really want to up the protein intake, especially because, okay, if I'm losing fat, but I really want to maintain or maybe even get stronger, like maintain or grow muscle, whatever, I need to be more serious and very specific about my nutrition because you have to be in a certain calorie range, but also I need to be consuming more protein. So it's like finding that balance between all of those variables. I feel like I haven't been as on top of and as good about the past few weeks. And I really want to work on that. And I mentioned recently, like sometimes I fall into the kind of just showing up to the gym, going through the motions, whatever. And when I tried that bulk, it really kind of reignited how to push myself. And I really need to be thinking about that when I show up to the gym, or sometimes I don't push hard enough, you know? And I think a lot of the times we can underestimate ourselves and how much we can lift. That being said, never judge somebody for like how much they're lifting because we all have different starting points. We all have different histories of our lives. Like we all have different muscle mass, different bodies. That being said, it is important to be self-aware and like think about, okay, can I actually try more? Or is my form gonna break? Is my form gonna be bad? Am I gonna tweak something? You know, because it's just so easy to not lift as heavy as you can and then not progress and then not see results and think like, oh, I keep showing up, why aren't I seeing results? When it's like, okay, but maybe you could actually be pushing it harder. And so I'm trying to have kind of like a self-aware moment and a check-in with myself and be like, okay, Morgan, you need to increase the protein. Like you might be under fueling. I'm not restricting by any means. I had like no appetite yesterday. And then also when I get my period, my appetite's kind of funky, and like that stuff affects things. Like that's very much real. But at the same time, like I need to dial in the nutrition more. And I am such a firm believer that your diet is like almost everything. And I've been lacking on the protein and I'm thinking about it, and I know I have been, but now I'm like, okay, that's like something moving forward I want to fix. There's 2 recipes I want to try, one today and then one tomorrow. I'm also going to hit the grocery store tomorrow. And those are ways that hopefully can help me increase the protein, but also like, it's kind of like a swap. Essentially, it's not like a full recipe that I have to eat on repeat, whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm just kind of having like a check-in right now, thinking about that stuff. So just remember, you might be able to lift heavier than you can. And if you're like, say you're doing a shoulder press, right? You got 10 pounds, okay? And you're like, oh, I don't know if I can lift. There's no harm in literally grabbing the 15s, trying. If you can't make it up, you just drop them, you know? Some exercises, it might be a little more scary and a little more dangerous, like depending on what it is. But for something like that, just try it. You know, test the physical ability without thinking about the mental limit that you might be setting on yourself. And this is me speaking to you, but also me speaking to me because I know that my brain gets in the way a lot and it's easy to let that happen. But I'm like, okay, I need to keep up the strength. I had a great workout yesterday. Today I was feeling a little weak. Like my chest press and the skull crushers for my triceps, I was like cracking under the pressure. I felt like just so weak during those. And I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like this isn't heavier than normal. Like, why am I feeling weak? But also then that's a key too, to be like, hey, look at your nutrition. Like, how are you fueling? How are you actually fueling yourself? Also your sleep. I didn't sleep that great last night. Honestly, Duncan woke me up like a million times. I don't know why. But the night before that, I was looking at my stats because it was like the first night of sleep I got at home after traveling and stuff. Slept 8.5 hours. Recovery was up. I got a rapid improvement notification for my sleep, like all great. This is all from my Ultra Human ring. I love so much. They are actually releasing the new Pro to the US, I think like any day. I think it's still pre-orders. I don't know. This obviously isn't sponsored by them. I always wear it though, like all the time. I'm so obsessed with it. And also I always have a code. It's always in the description box. If you're ever interested and want to check it out, I can get you 10% off. And if they do ever have a sale, it's always stackable. So like 10% off year round, but then if they're having a sale for some reason, typically you can stack my code on top of things, which is amazing. So if you're ever interested, let me know. I love to talk about this thing all the freaking time. Yeah, so that was just like a little heart to heart I wanted to say. I am gonna get back to work and I will see you for walk time or dinner time or whatever we run into later. Sending us all positive training vibes here. We can do it. We can do it. That's the thing is, like, I know I can do it. Like, we can do it. You just gotta believe in yourself and actually implement these things and be self-aware and have these check-ins. That's the thing. It's like, be self-aware enough where you know if you need to check in and be like, wait, have I been doing, what do I need to change? You know, you can always improve. You can always go up from here. You can always get better. Let's continue doing this together. Okay, for part of my dinner, I want to make a cottage cheese wrap, like when you blend up and bake and stuff. I know this isn't a new thing. I probably tried it a couple of years ago, but it's been a while, and this account keeps popping up on my YouTube shorts. Her name is Madeline Ruscan, and she's got great recipes. So we're gonna try her cottage cheese wrap, and then tomorrow I'm gonna try another thing of hers for breakfast, so stay tuned for then. First we do cottage cheese, 225 grams, if I have enough, just barely have enough. Then 2 eggs. She does a little salt and garlic powder. You can season it however you want, but I'm just gonna copy exactly what she did, especially for my first time making it. Then we blend. All right, she said it's not supposed to be runny. Mine's definitely a little runny, which is ironic because I think she used like thinner / less fat cottage cheese than I used. So I already have not a lot of faith in this because like hers comes out much thicker, like not like this. And she said, don't let it get too thin, otherwise it's not gonna work. So I have low faith, but we're still trying it, pouring it all out. I'm not even gonna, she like thins it out and like spreads it, but I don't even need to do that because mine's so runny. I'm gonna throw it in the oven once it's preheated. Although I am assuming she probably used a higher quality cottage cheese than I did. I am gonna grab some Good Culture from HEB tomorrow, but Keith just grabbed like the Great Value stuff, which is totally fine. But for cottage cheese and Greek yogurt specifically, I like to buy like actual like name brand because I do think it makes a big difference. There's a few ingredients, and I've said this before. I'm sorry if you've heard me say this a bunch of times, but like I do love like a store brand, but for certain things, it just doesn't cut it, and this happens to be one of those things. Set a 20-minute timer. She said like 25 to 30 minutes, but hers was probably thicker than mine, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and I set it starting at 20. We'll see how it goes. I let it cook for 30 minutes, and then I just took it out and let it cool for about 5. Oof. It just stuck a little in some areas, but not too bad. She gave a stick warning. She said, make sure you let it cool, otherwise it will stick. Okay, not bad, not bad. I wanna try a piece of it just on its own. Honestly pretty good. Honestly, it's good on its own. If I had gone to the grocery store, I probably would have had more exciting things to put in it. But I just threw a chicken sausage that I cut up in the air fryer because I had that in the freezer. I think it's like tomato, like caprese kind of style chicken sausage. And I'm just gonna throw it in here and roll it up like a little wrap or something. Look at that. Add some vegetables and fruit for a side. And we're chilling. Look at that. Amazing. When I tried making this like a few years ago, I think I just used cottage cheese, and I probably used one that like had a lower fat percentage too. So that's probably why it didn't work out. Which honestly low-key made me have low faith in this one. But this one, it's like actually great. Like I would absolutely make this a staple for me. So much more protein by doing this too. And it's like low-key good. Wow. Hopefully I can say the same about the recipe we're gonna try tomorrow. Amazing. I said earlier I wanted to take my protein intake a bit more serious. I'm at 118 grams, which is not bad, but I'm gonna do a little drink. I'm still a little hungry, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna do 1 scoop of this, so that's an extra 10 grams of protein. But I thought it would be fun to combine this with some PB Fit for a little vanilla and peanut butter flavor, and then pair it with the chocolate rice cake. Sounds amazing. Why the frick not? You know, I could do water, but I also could do milk. Would milk make this better? I'm gonna do water today, and then maybe we'll try. You know what? I want to try milk with this. Make it a little bit thicker, but also this milk is like fat-free. It's not very thick. I got room for this, that's for sure. I'm gonna do half a cup. See if it's any good. Honestly, pretty good. Maybe I would need a little more liquid just to really get it all dissolved. It needs to mix a little bit better, but not bad. A morning grocery run is so satisfying. I'm so hungry and so excited to get home and make breakfast. But how did I just spend $95? Grocery haul time, of course. I got both ground beef, which I love to see ground beef on sale. I got, this one was 93% lean, this one's 96% lean. And then I also got 2 ground chickens as well. Lemon juice, I'm gonna use in a recipe and then just to keep in the fridge because I don't regularly buy lemons and I don't want them to go bad. Cottage cheese, they were so severely out of stock of Good Culture. There was literally a sign that said like, we'll be out of stock till da-da-da-da. So whatever, I went with the best option I could find. I got tomato basil red sauce, just the HEB brand. A couple of these yogurt drinks that you know I love. I saw this new flavor of Olipop raspberry sherbet. I love sherbet. I specifically like the orange sherbet better than like the pink or the green. But I got 2. I definitely want to try them. 2 things of raspberries. They were a decent price, so I said, hey, let's do raspberries for the fruit this week. A butternut squash. I want to use this in a recipe probably tomorrow. Spinach. More Sola bagels. I got the cinnamon raisin ones again. Taco seasoning. Avocados. Garlic. These like sugar snap peas. Great to snack on. Chocolate chips. The like healthier chocolate chips are so freaking expensive. I just grabbed the plain ones. I'll use them sparingly, it's fine. I wanna use them in a recipe that, again, I'll probably do tomorrow. And I also have been wanting to try monk fruit. I tried to do a little bit of Googling quickly at the grocery store. There were so many options. Ones with allulose, ones with erythritol, whatever. Tried my best, went with this brand. It seemed like a decent one. I have stevia right now that if I want like an alternative sweetener, I'll use that. But I wanted to give monk fruit a try. I feel like people like monk fruit, or maybe it's like one of the better options. I don't know. That's a topic that I really need to research and I just haven't. It's just like alternative sweeteners and kind of like how I want to go about those because you can have totally different mindsets around all that stuff and I just don't really know what mine is. I also got brown coconut sugar to use as like an alternative to classic brown sugar. I'm experimenting with this stuff right now. Let me put this away, clean up, and then time to make breakfast. I'm starving. I'm gonna have this right away to hold me over. I'm like literally so hungry right now and it's gonna take me a few minutes to assemble everything. So have this quick little walk with the dunk. He wants to go out and then we're gonna get to chef in a little bit. I love these, so worth it. All right, we're making an egg white wrap. First thing, we got 250 milliliters of egg whites. This looks really yellow on camera, which is kind of concerning, but I feel like it's fine. Now I'm scared. Okay, I think these are bad. I got a new container though. There was a little something funky going on with the lid, so maybe it didn't close all the way and those ones got bad. It was the end of the container anyway, so I'm opening a brand new fresh one that I just got in the groceries yesterday, like super fresh, where I gotta take this thing out, and we'll report 250 milliliters of egg whites. Okay, these still look a little yellow. Whatever, I'm trusting it, it's fine. Next, we pour them into the mixer. I love this frickin' KitchenAid. I get so much use out of it. And we whip them on high for about 4 minutes. I have no idea if it was whipped long enough and if this is the right texture and consistency, so. She even sprayed the parchment and I totally realized I just forgot to do that, so hopefully it doesn't stick, but like, you know, you use parchment paper so that things don't stick. Just gonna do salt and pepper for the first one. Echo, set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes.
And while we're waiting, I'm also gonna cook and season this ground beef. Not only so I have it, just to have it, because it's good to have prepped and ready in the fridge, even the freezer, whatever, but also I wanna put it in that wrap, I think, along with some other things. Meat is done. just pulled this out of the oven. I want to put stuff on it right away while it's hot. This is a serving of that fat-free cheese I bought yesterday. Some meat, avocado, and apparently we should just be able to roll this right up. It's definitely sticking a little, so maybe I should have sprayed it, but I think it'll be okay. This thing is a massive. There we have it. Looks pretty good. It's kind of like foamy. I would say I like the cottage cheese one I made yesterday better, but it's worth a try, and like I'll probably make it again, but I'm not gonna make it every single week. Need to wash and add some raspberries. One of the best fruits. It's a bit later. I should really get my cardio in for the day. I am going to see how much I can handle on the stairs and then probably do some regular or slight incline walking after that. Because the stairs are hard. They really are. I must have slept weird on my neck last night because it hurts so bad when I move in certain areas. I have been doing that so often lately actually, and it really bothers me, so hopefully it's like fine tomorrow. Honestly, I think I blame Duncan for it. But who's the one that wanted the dog to sleep in the bed? Me. And do I regret it? Absolutely not. But sometimes he do be interrupting and interfering with my sleep. I had a latte like normal. I have been so full from the egg wrap thing. It had like over 50 grams of protein, which is actually crazy. I treated that more of like my lunch and that yogurt more of like my breakfast, even though the yogurt's like kind of more of a snack. I have logged everything, which is great because it'll help me figure out like exactly what I want for dinner in terms of quantities and whatnot. So I do really like tracking for that purpose. As long as it's a tool and not like a thing that makes you spiral, then it's great. Daily scoop. There is, in fact, a heat index and warning of 113 degrees. So both Dunks and I will not be spending too much time outside today. It's also so humid, so it just feels like extra heavy, which is so not ideal. I'm happy that today's cardio day. I just want to get in like a lot of movement in that sense, and Duncan's gonna have to play some more inside games. But he's, like, I tried to take him out this morning. He was just like not having it. And it wasn't even hot then. Like that was well before the warning and stuff. Like, don't worry, I planned this out. But yeah, it's hot. Stairmaster is hard, but I did a solid 20 minutes, increased the level more than I have before, making progress, and now let's walk it out for another little bit. I really need to keep eating this chicken salad. I honestly might have to put some of it back in the freezer. I just have so much of it. I was debating on making a new recipe tonight for dinner. I have a dinner and a dessert recipe I want to make this week, but I think I'll push them down a day or whatever just because I don't feel like cooking. Also, we're having a little watch party at our apartment, like on the roof for the World Cup, and they're doing like wings and beer and all that stuff, but I'm eating beforehand because I don't know where the wings are from and if I'll really care to have them. I like wings, but I'm not like someone who's like chicken wings, you know, like some people love wings, and so I'm totally okay with sitting that one out. Maybe I'll have a wing or two if, I don't know, they look really good and they look worth it. So just letting you know, I'm having this now. And I do have plenty of room in like my calories for the day too, if I want stuff up there, so I'll just keep you updated. Not gonna lie, I really don't want to go work out right now. So guess what we're doing? We're going to work out. Because it don't matter what I feel. It don't matter, we stick to the plan. It was honestly a much better workout than I anticipated. I didn't think it was gonna be that great, and it felt really great. The post-workout endorphins, very high, which was amazing. I just showered, started getting ready. It's humid as hell, so I certainly slicked the hair. Also, I was still sweaty from my workout, not trying to wash it. I think I'm wearing too much makeup. Also, my face doesn't match my chest. I'll have to fix that, but I say I'm wearing too much makeup because I started off light knowing I was gonna sweat, and then I just kept going, and I didn't stop, and I should have stopped. But sometimes you get caught in the zone, and you just want to keep going, you know? Anyways, I just made one of those cottage cheese wraps again because I'm going to quickly assemble it, and then we're going to leave and go to the bar to watch the USA game. That's why I'm wearing like a blue and white striped dress. The game's not till 2. It's like noon. Actually, it's almost 1. That's not good. We just know everywhere's going to be crazy busy. So we're trying to make a plan. I really need to get some food in my body though. And I'm really trying to keep up with the protein, okay? These days, we are protein maxing. That is the goal. I'm gonna heat up some ground beef. We're on big plates. I'll just show you the wrap once I assemble it. All right, we have ground beef. I added some of that fat-free cheese, avocado, and then I'm gonna snack also on some of these sugar snap peas. I had raspberries earlier after my breakfast, which was great. Yum, should keep me so full, which is amazing too. And from here, I will see you at the bar for the game. In a Waymo on the way to the bar. We're walking around East 6 a little bit. In Cahoots is like a popular place for having a watch party. The line is very long, but there was a free taco truck right by it. So we stopped and got some free tacos. I had a bite. It was really good, but I gave the rest to Keith because I'm truly so full from my lunch. I had like 65 grams of protein. That's crazy. But so we are probably gonna go somewhere else just because it's so crazy busy there. But I'm excited. Siete is promoting a like sourdough tortilla, they're calling it. It's so fun when you're like walking around downtown. There's just like random free stuff. USA won. How exciting. I am now walking home. Normally, Keith and I are like the walk everywhere kind of people if it's in decent range, and like we'll probably walk further than some people might consider, but in this heat, typically I'll want to Uber there so that I can preserve my makeup and my hair and my sweating, and then I'm happy to walk home after the event's over because I don't care how sweaty I get. So I'm walking home now. He wanted to stay out, but like I'm exhausted from the humidity, from the heat, and I had 2 drinks. I'm good. It's been a pretty chill day. We're gonna go hang out with friends for a little bit. I had one of these because I was really craving chocolate, and I have these Factor protein bar. You know what? I didn't even look to see what this was made in. I got this like sample pack. Pea protein. There's no whey protein in here. That's amazing for me. I didn't even think to check. But anyways, I had that when I got home. I've had no appetite since I got home, but also I had over 60 grams of protein in my lunch. I never eat that much at once. Like that was actually crazy. So I'm just gonna have this for now. And apparently I'm gonna have to push off my new recipes again. I probably mentioned before, but I have a dinner recipe and a dessert recipe I wanna make in this video. And I was hoping to make them like 2 days ago and then yesterday or so, I don't even remember. So hopefully we'll be doing cooking tomorrow. It's crazy because today is Friday, but we've been out and about. Like it's been a busy day. It's felt like a Saturday. So this will kind of be like more like a Saturday. Tomorrow maybe we'll be inside a little bit more. Maybe we'll do a little more cooking. We'll see. But I need something. I need a little more protein, a little more substance, and I'm not making a full meal. So this is what we're having. These always just come in so handy, okay? I just recommend them so hard. Good morning, it's Saturday. I finished the chicken salad, finally. I'm really happy about that. I'm unloading the dishwasher and listening to Shrek. Because I, this past week, have been so inspired to find like the best songs to not only walk down the aisle, but like the exit song too. The exit song is what I'm really excited about. And I'm not actually taking a song from the Shrek soundtrack, but I was like, you know what slaps? The Shrek soundtrack. You know what could potentially have a bop? The Shrek soundtrack. And this is like all jokes, because like Shrek is such a bit. I mean, you know, like Shrek is, you know Shrek, right? Anyways, we're unloading the dishwasher, and pretty soon I'm gonna take Dunks for a walk and do a little Amazon return, get this day going. I'm doing back and buys today, which I'm pretty excited about actually, especially because we have a new piece of equipment. I've been showing you in these vlogs, the gym is getting upgrades, and there's like an actual seated rower, and I'm gonna frick that up today. I'm pretty excited about it actually, cannot even lie. Also 2 massive freaking craters on my forehead, so that's why I'm all red right here. I did in fact try to pop this. I don't know where that came from and why. Look at my Dunkin' bag. We're going to do the Amazon return. So we got this new apparatus, right? The weights, like the numbers, the increments aren't labeled still, but I really want to use this machine rather than the other one that we have because I just feel like I'll like this better. So I'm just gonna have to see how much I feel like I can handle, I guess, because I'm gonna have no idea what the number is, which like low-key could be mentally freeing. I can barely reach this one. I kind of like the setup of that one better. I almost feel like it makes me a little more forward. And not that you should necessarily be forward, but I don't want to be too far backwards. And I feel like it's easy to be too far backwards with the other one, if that makes sense. When I say the other one, this is what I'm talking about. It has like the bars like this. You can either put your hand here or here. I usually go here just because that's like what my app does versus this. I did do heavier with my single arm rows than I think I've ever done. So that's exciting. I'm really trying to push. Push. I really like having this a lot. The second type of curls I'm doing is like, it's called dumbbell 21. So you do like lower half, then upper half, then full range, 7 reps, 7 reps, 7 reps. For dinner, I'm finally making that dinner recipe I've been wanting to try. It's by the same person that I made the wraps earlier this week, Madeline R. I'll link all the shorts and stuff that I'm using, but she calls it the bodybuilder's calzone. So we'll see how it goes. This is what it looks like after I just took it out. I did use a thermometer and the chicken should be fully cooked. I don't know what liquid is seeping out. Maybe oil, maybe from the spinach, I don't know. Here's what it looks like. The bottom half is like less appetizing because it just looks like bland chicken. I don't want to tip it over and then spill it. Ideally, I put Parmesan on both sides so it gets this nice texture. Maybe I'll try that next time, like roll it somehow. Rather than like this being like a hand food, I'm totally gonna have to use a fork just because it's definitely a little messy. I also feel like I wish I added more spinach. There's just not that much. And she dips it in tomato sauce, which makes sense for a calzone. Also, tomato sauce is like so low calorie, which is nice. You know, that's actually pretty good. Like, it's good, but I feel like this might be a very complex way to eat all these ingredients. Like, I feel like you could put all these ingredients together. It would still be just as good, but it would be, like, less of a hassle. The filling is good. I was worried about the texture. The filling is good. But other than that, I mean, it tastes exactly like you would imagine it to. It's chicken. We are on our way to the movie theater. We're going to see Obsession. We both like scary movies, so we'll see how it goes. I have really high hopes for it because it seems to be, like, really raved about, and also they extended the time of it being in theaters because it's been so good, so I'm excited.
You're the only person that I've ever
Good morning, happy Sunday. Did my nails, had some coffee. I'm getting a little bit ready because I'm meeting my friends at this market. Vibes are high, feeling great. I want to do a good amount of cardio today, but I'll walk to and run the market, which is nice. Want to get ready for the week, have a good week next week. It is the last week I'm filming of this series, which is crazy. And then I'm going on a little trip. And I mentioned before, but I might like keep kind of this routine going. I just don't really know if I'm gonna film more of it because I wanted to dedicate and film 8 weeks, but we'll see what I decide to do after. Just all depends on how I feel and everything. So, vibes are high, I'm excited. And technically I traveled in like this week, like Monday, but I was here pretty much all week, which is exciting. And for my last week, I will fully be here all week. No planes involved. Exciting. I need to eat something before I go. I'm doing half of one of these Sola bagels. The cinnamon raisin one smells so good. Just added some cottage cheese, drizzle some honey, sprinkle some cinnamon, and then I gotta get going. That's good. You know what else needs though? Some raspberries. That would complete this meal. Absolutely. I just dropped one. You want it right there? Hell yeah. So happy about 2 containers. This is the second one. Already finished the first. Keith and Duncan walked me part of the way. How cute is that? But we did split off and I'm walking the rest of the way to meet some friends and then go to the market. They are at Cosmic Saltillo, which is like a coffee shop. They also serve alcohol, but I don't really want to buy coffee out, so I'm kind of meeting them when they're like gonna leave Cosmic Saltillo and then go to the market. So yeah, great day. I'm back, I'm sweaty and so hungry. I threw together a little beef bowl. I had sweet potatoes in the freezer, already cooked and prepped, that I put in the fridge this morning. Sweet potato, beef that I made earlier in the week, cottage cheese, which I really need to go buy some more of, a little spinach just for some greens and some volume, adding the last of the pickled onions that I have now, beef, sweet potato, cottage cheese, spinach, that's everything. No avocado because my avocados are in fact still green. Also, very sweaty, so I made some electrolytes, especially because I walked a ton and I'm probably gonna go do some cardio later. Cotton Candy Liquid IV. I just bought one thing from the market. Let me show you. It's from the brand called Little Light Embroidery. Isn't this so cute? It says little me would be so proud. I think that's always a good reminder. And I really just feel like I've had so much growth the past few years, especially just like since moving here. The first year was like a bit of a fever dream in like a weird way. But the second year living here and then into the third year living here, I just feel like I've like grown a lot and it's a good reminder of growth. There was a couple different backgrounds, but I liked the flowers. It gives it kind of like an older look, but in a good way. I think I might hang it like somewhere on my desk. So I bought this brown coconut sugar the other day, right? I really want to try it. I opened it, but I haven't used it yet. I want to try it in a coffee. I just assembled a single shot. I didn't brew it yet. But let's see, it says serving size is 2 teaspoons. I wonder if that'll be too much for a single shot though. I guess I'll just use a spoon. I'll weigh it. Like maybe that would be appropriate for a double shot. I'm just gonna kind of measure it out and see what it looks like in the cup. I have honestly no idea if I'm gonna like this at all. Okay, yeah, I'll just go for a regular serving actually. It's not too much. I mean, I like my coffee sweet most of the time. In the morning when I first wake up, I don't make it too sweet, but in the afternoon, I make it sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna brew it over this coconut sugar and then add the milk. You know, because I would normally do this like with brown sugar, regular brown sugar, to make it like a little brown sugar latte. You know what I really want to make actually? I've made a banana bread, banana something type of coffee syrup using a bunch of brown sugar, and that was like in a, you know, like a syrup recipe. So this would be good to switch out if I like the taste of this and if I think it kind of would like be a good replacement. That's good. I feel like it doesn't taste like a direct replacement of brown sugar. Like it kind of tastes brown sugary, but you can tell it's not full brown sugar, but it also doesn't have like an artificial taste or like an aftertaste, I don't think. Huh. Maybe this would be good if I did like brown sugar and honey, maybe a little cinnamon, more of like that type of bread rather than just this brown sugar on its own, but maybe worth a try. Honestly, let me know your favorite like sugar alternatives, brown sugar alternatives. Like I said, this is brown coconut sugar. I also bought monk fruit that I haven't tried yet. I've done a little bit of stevia. I feel like there's mixed opinions about stevia. I'm not afraid of sugar. I never like fully cut out sugar or anything, but Sometimes it might be worth it to do an alternative, like depending what the alternative is and if you like it. You know, like life is only so long, you gotta like it too. I hit my step goal most of the days this week and it was pretty good about movement throughout. I did miss it one day maybe, but I want to get in just some extra steps today. I don't always do like an actual cardio session on Sundays. I definitely do it on Wednesdays, but I really want to do some cardio. So I'm at the treadmill and we are gonna get moving. Didn't want to do Stairmaster or anything. We're just doing some treadmill walking. Great. And then to shower. I cannot wait to shower. I just feel so sweaty from being outside today and whatever. And I've been like cleaning, put in some laundry, started the dishwasher, all of that, just to get like my shit together for the week. I vacuumed the whole apartment, so I've been productive, but now I just want to walk it out, then shower and cook a little bit. 3 miles and finish an entire water bottle. So that's also exciting. Stay hydrated.
Guys, thanks for watching.
I really wanted to kind of like toast it into some sort of burrito, but there was just way too much filling. So I kind of made a mess, and now just the bottom's crispy, but the rest is fine. So it's okay, it'll still be good. And I'm also gonna have more of these. I love these. Last minute decided to go to the grocery store and get stuff for the week. I kept telling you I wanted to make a dessert recipe, and kept pushing it off. And you know what? It's not happening this vlog. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for the next one because I'm excited about it, but I'm honestly just tired and I don't want to make any more food, especially because we're gonna go get all the groceries. I'll get home, do a haul, and then by that time I'm like, it's bedtime. You know, it's nearly 8 o'clock right now. And I'm low-key tired and I want to get up early tomorrow. So we'll get some groceries. I planned out my meals. I think I have a solid grasp on everything I want.
The tail end has like less.
I literally am looking so rough right now. I don't even want to look at myself, but let me do a quick grocery haul. Eggs. I did get some more mini Olipops. They haven't had the orange cream ones in a while, which is always the one I want. But I got classic root beer. 6 grams of fiber per can, which is amazing. I got more of the raspberry sorbet Olipops as well. I took this to the movie theater. Actually, it was my first time trying it, and it was pretty good. I normally like the orange sherbet better, but they just had like the pink flavor, you know? And it's still pretty good. I also got a couple more of these. I got 2 strawberry banana and 2 of the mango pineapple. They also have a peach, but I'm just not a peach person. Never have been. Also got a giant thing of salmon. We're gonna do salmon bowls this week, which I'm so excited about. One of my favorite meals ever. Also some chicken, basic chicken. Blueberries, more raspberries. I grabbed 2 of these single serving Kodiak cake things. I think these would be fun, like every now and then on the weekend. I really just want like a pancake, but I don't want to make a whole thing of pancakes. I also want like healthier pancakes, and these are a good solution. So I'm gonna try those out at some point. I don't regularly buy those, but maybe I will start. Some chives for the salmon bowls, cucumber for the salmon bowls, more snap peas to snack on. Good culture cottage cheese. This was the last 2 that they had in the store. Crazy. Avocados, and that's it. There was other few things, but they're mostly just keep, but this is all the stuff that I picked out for me. I'm excited to have a good week. We have one more week together. Crazy. Stay tuned for that. Please subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in the last and final week of this Summer Shred series. Week 7 was really great. The good, the bad, the looking forward to. Honestly, like there was so much good. My workouts were great. I was moving a lot. I went out with good balance. I feel like I was very disciplined. I tried new meals, new recipe. Like there's a lot of good. Okay, I know I typically just pick one thing, but like there was so many. The bad, I guess, was just, I felt a little off Monday from flying in. I just felt icky for a whole day, but that's just part of life and travel, kind of. Maybe I could have done the travel day a bit better, gotten more sleep, but honestly, that's like the only bad thing. The looking forward to week 8 because it's my last week. That's crazy. Like I said, I might kind of just extend this. I have week 8, then I'm going on a little trip, and I'm still gonna keep active, keep good priority, whatever. It's not like I'm gonna throw away my life on the trip, but I have a little trip, like family trip. It's nothing like crazy, like we're not partying, but it'll be fun. Asheville, North Carolina. I've never been to either of the Carolinas. Then I'll get back, and I think I might just kind of resume what I've been doing. I don't think I'll film it just because it kind of feels weird to have a random gap and then just be like, oh, continuing the series. So I don't know. But I've been really having fun. I hope you've been enjoying watching it. Thank you so much for being here and following along. I love doing this. I just feel like it brings us closer together. It like helps me be my best self, for lack of a better phrase. And I'm just having a great time, okay? I'm just feeling so good. Like I keep thinking too, I'm like, imagine if I didn't have to go home to Wisconsin. I feel like I'd be a bit further than I am now, but then again, that's life. Like things happen, it's fine. But I just like, I'm very happy and I just want to keep going. I'm just feeling good, feeling motivated. Yeah, subscribe if you're not, please. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one, week 8, last week, very soon.